The expectation is, and we can't be absolutely certain at this stage because very much depends on who is released from the Palestinian side, what hostages will be released. But at this stage we know that the ceasefire will come into place at 8:30 local time, that later on in the afternoon, not before 4 o'clock, there could be the release of first Palestinian prisoners and then 3 hostages, but we don't yet know who the hostages are going to be. The Israelis have released the names of 95 Palestinian prisoners who could be released. That's a maximum number. The expectation was that the Palestinians, that Hamas would have already released the names of the three Israeli hostages who are going to be released tomorrow, but they haven't done so yet. So there's a degree of uncertainty about exactly what will happen tomorrow and what numbers will be involved tomorrow. But at this stage, at least, it seems pretty clear that everything's going to go ahead as planned.
Now, beyond the releases that you mentioned, they're set to happen on Sunday, Rob. The next 2 stages of the deal after that are pretty ambiguous for now. What is supposed to happen throughout the other phases of this ceasefire agreement?
Yeah, it's certainly complicated. Tomorrow, as we've been saying, 3 hostages to be released in return for a number of Palestinian prisoners, in turn based on a system of ratios depending on the category of hostage being released. After that, at the end of the first week, after 7 days, 4 hostages should be released, and after that another 3, and so on until you get to the day 42 when 14 hostages will be released, and that'll bring up the total of 33. Whilst all that is going on, other things are happening as well. The aid supply into Gaza should have accelerated to the point where 600 trucks should be going in every day. The big problem with that, though, is that the logistics inside Gaza are a total mess, and nobody is certain about how precisely the distribution of aid is going to take place. In addition, Israeli troops will be moving into position to leave Gaza, not in total at this first phase, but certainly some of them will be leaving. And until the 42nd day, the Philadelphia corridor, where the Israelis have been for several months now, will remain in Israeli control. After the 42nd day, it's expected that between day 42 and 50, the Israeli Defense Forces will move out of the Philadelphia corridor, which is the line that runs between Gaza and the Egyptian border. You know, between now and then, an awful lot of things can go wrong. And on the 16th day of the first phase, negotiations begin in earnest about what happens in the second phase. And this is absolutely critical to the ultimate goal of ending the war. An awful lot of things can go wrong. There are many on the Israeli side who are not sure about whether it's even right for Israel to be conceding the possibility of a deal until Hamas has been completely destroyed. You know, if that is the position of the Israeli government, getting any sort of agreement is going to be very, very difficult. But the international pressure is certainly mounting on Israel to move forward on the second phase.